They say revenge is a dish best served cold. But me? I like mine flaming hot with a touch of glitter and a million views. I'm Vanessa Blake, 35, single, and richer than your average hedge fund baby. I built my empire one sponsored post and makeup tutorial at a time. My face is basically an app icon now. You scroll, you see me, you breathe. You probably liked something I posted without knowing. And yet, I let that piece of human garbage into my DMs. Jake. Freakin'. Carter. He was charming, the kind that opens doors, listens to your trauma like it's poetry, and tells you your stretch marks look like celestial roadmaps. I mean, come on. I thought he was a soulmate. Turns out he was just a walking TED Talk on manipulation. We dated for 8 months. In LA time, that's basically a marriage. Then one sunny Tuesday, while I was mid-swipe on a brand deal contract with a skincare giant, he ghosted me. Not a text, not a call, nothing. Worse? 3 days later he shows, up on my feed with Lilith Monroe. You don't know who Lilith is? She's me, but worse, discount me, wish version me. The kind of girl who says, I don't really wear makeup, while wearing 3 layers of filter. She used to comment under my posts like we were besties. Slay Queen and all that fake fangirl trash. Now she's dating him. My ex. In my old bathrobe. In my kitchen. Drinking my signature collagen smoothie recipe on TikTok like she invented it. So, I did what any emotionally stable woman would do. I smiled, put on my best highlighter, and quietly began to destroy them both. It started small. I casually, accidentally, left my phone unlocked around our mutuals at an influencer brunch and let a little story slip about how Jake has, how do I put this gently, performance challenges. I'm not proud. Actually, wait, I am. That's only the beginning. Then came phase 2, the algorithm. You see, being a digital queen has perks. I know how to feed the machine. I posted an accidental breakup vlog. Not about Jake by name, of course, I'm not that obvious. Just a to the man who couldn't handle a real woman moment. It got 3.2 million views. Comments exploded. People started hunting. Reddit detectives, unstoppable. They found Lilith. They found Jake. They made charts. Suddenly, Lilith's comment section turned into a war zone. You're just a side character. Queen Vanessa raised you and you betrayed her. Who drinks collagen on camera like that? I sat back and watched the chaos brew like a perfectly steeped cup of revenge tea. But don't worry, I wasn't done. That was just the appetizer. Main course? Let's just say it involves fake PR, emails, a little help from my hacker cousin, and Jake's precious new NFT project that's about to mysteriously vanish into the blockchain abyss. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind to the night I truly decided to go nuclear. It started with a burner phone, and a very realistic voice note from a concerned friend sent straight to Lilith. And oh honey, what she did next? Well, that deserves its own chapter. So here's the thing about Lilith. She's not evil. She's just profoundly average. Like, she's the type of person who says, I'm not like other girls, while literally being like every other girl who shops based on TikTok trends and thinks oat milk is a personality trait. But I don't hate her. Not really. She's just collateral damage in a war she walked into wearing my robe. Anyway, about that voice note. You're probably dying to know what it said. Let me paint the scene. It's midnight. Lilith's probably scrolling through her DMs while doing her 12-step nightly skincare routine that's really just micellar water and lies. Suddenly, a message pops up from a random number. Burner phone. No trace. She taps the audio, and here's this. Hey, I'm not sure who you are to Jake, but I thought you should know something. I used to date him. He was not great. Just be careful. He has a pattern. Multiple girls, promises, disappears. I ignored the signs. I hope you don't. Now, I could have been dramatic. I could have told her about the cheating, the money he borrowed for crypto, the weird burner Instagram he had where he followed nothing but feet. But no, See, I wanted her to doubt him, not hate him. Yet. Because doubt. That's the real virus. That's what makes girls scroll through old texts at 3 a.m. and start noticing things they pretended not to see before. Lilith went silent online for 36 hours. That might not sound like a lot, but in influencer time, that's like a coma. I knew something cracked. Jake, meanwhile, he posted a gym selfie. Caption, "No regrets, only reps." I screenshotted it and sent it to my group chat. We renamed the group Jake's Brain Cell. Now, while Lilith spiraled, I moved to phase 3, cancel culture with a twist. I reached out to one of my old PR contacts, okay, ex-friend, but she still owed me one. I told her I was concerned about a certain male influencer making a comeback. I said I'd heard whispers about how he used fake crypto giveaways to scam his followers. Which, let's be honest, is only like 20% exaggerated. She bit. Hard. In 2 days, Jake's name was in a blind item on a gossip podcast. No name mentioned, of course, but the clues were obvious enough for TikTok sleuths to crack it in under 6 hours. Suddenly, his followers started dropping. Sponsorships? Silent. His little NFT project, Soul Chain, went from next big thing to, why is this JPEG of a crying frog $12,000? Then came the text, from Jake. Hey, can we talk? Oh, sweetie. No, we can't. Instead, I posted a photo of me in a silk robe, drinking tea, captioned, "You can't ghost a woman who haunts better than you ever loved." 147K likes in under 2 hours. Lilith liked it too. Oops. But I still wasn't done. Because this wasn't just about Jake. This was about me. Getting back control. Showing the world that you don't mess with a woman who knows her lighting, her angles, and the back end of Google Ads. And then, just when I thought it couldn't get better, I got an anonymous tip in my inbox. About Jake. And a scandal I didn't even know existed. Looks like I'm not the only woman with a bone to pick. With him, and trust me, that changes everything. I always knew Jake was trash. But apparently, he was recyclable trash. Because other women had tried to throw him out before too. The anonymous tip came in via email. Burner account. No profile pic. Just the subject line. "You're not the only one." The message was short and icy. "I saw what you posted. I thought I was crazy for a long time. But now I know I wasn't the only one he lied to. If you want proof, I have it. See." At first I thought it was fake. Maybe even Jake, messing with me. But something about the tone. It had that quiet rage. That exhaustion you only get from being gaslit for months by a man who still says no cap unironically. So I replied. Just one line. "Send it." 3 hours later, I get a Dropbox link. Inside, screenshots, voice memos. One extremely disturbing. Spreadsheet titled, "Promises He Broke." I kid you not. There were receipts from 5 different women. One was a yoga instructor from San Diego. Another was a wedding photographer from Portland. One girl, bless her heart, even bought him a car. A Prius. He crashed it 3 months later and blamed a deer that emotionally startled him, sees EC. Story was the worst of all. She was his ex-fiancée. Yeah, not ex-girlfriend. Ex-fiancée. They were supposed to get married in Tahoe. She had the dress, the Pinterest board, even the dog ring-bearer plan. He ghosted her 2 weeks before the wedding. Vanished. Blocked her, her mom, her dog's Instagram, all of it. And when I confronted Jake about why he was so weird about commitment, you know what he said? "I'm just trying to heal from a really toxic relationship." Toxic? He left her holding the cake deposit. So now it wasn't just about my pride or some petty revenge. This was righteous. I messaged C back. "Let's talk." We got on a call. She was calm. Eerily calm. The kind of woman who'd already grieved and was now just sipping her iced latte, plotting an emotional homicide in silence. We made a plan. 1 part public, 2 parts private. She still had access to Jake's Google Calendar. Yes, he never changed his password. Because men. She saw he had a speaking gig lined up at a tech wellness retreat in Joshua Tree. Irony, right? He was going to give a talk called Digital Truth in the Age of Hype. I swear to God, I almost choked on my green juice. So I did what any supportive ex would do. I sent his name and face, along with very carefully edited screenshots of his past messages, to the event organizers. Anonymous, of course. 24 hours later, his name disappeared from the lineup, replaced by TBA. But I wasn't done. I leaked the spreadsheet. Not the names, not the identities, just the patterns, the timelines, the emotional investment to betrayal ratio chart. Yes, I made that. With Canva Pro. Aesthetic revenge is still revenge. Reddit ran wild. Twitter, okay, X or whatever, blew up. Her soul chain scam started trending again. Jake went offline. And me? I did a skincare livestream while all of it happened. Glow was immaculate. Lilith? She DM'd me. No words. Just a skull emoji. Translation. Dead. Finished. You won. But the truth was, I didn't want her to lose. I just wanted her to know that when you play in the dirt with worms like Jake, sometimes the queen of the garden shows up with a shovel and a ring light. But hey, plot twist. See? She's flying to LA next week. We're gonna get drinks. Maybe start a podcast. Title ideas so far. Men lie, we monetize. The X-Files. Prius Trauma Club. Her idea. One thing's for sure. This isn't over. Because Jake? He still has one last secret, and I just found out what it is. When I found out Jake's final secret, I wasn't even shocked. Not mad, not surprised. Just honestly impressed. Like, at this point, I wasn't even dealing with a regular trash. Man, this was premium, limited edition, gaslight and go garbage. So, here it is. The big reveal. Jake was married, like, legally, on paper, for over a year, while dating me, while texting Lilith, while proposing to C. Married. Her name's Rebecca, and you're gonna love this. She's a divorce attorney. I swear, I thought I was living in a rom-com written by Satan. And the person who told me? Rebecca's cousin. She followed me on Instagram, said she recognized Jake in one of my posts, and literally texted me, "Girl, is this the guy who ghosted my cousin and crashed her Prius?" So I did what any rational woman would do. I reached out to Rebecca, kept it classy, obviously. I said, "Hi, Rebecca. I think we may have Jake in common. Would love to chat. No drama. I promise." 3 hours later, we were on a Zoom call. 6 hours later, she sent me PDFs. And 24 hours after that, she filed for divorce. Why? Because turns out, Jake transferred $40,000 from their joint account into his dumb NFT project. Yeah. Soul chain. That mess? Gone. Website. Deleted. Twitter X. Nuked. Discord server? Abandoned. Jake? Completely offline. No. Taking a break. No. Notes app apology. Just poof. I didn't even have to touch him. He self-destructed. So naturally, I celebrated. Posted a video in a silk robe, holding a glass of wine, smiling like I'd just manifested world peace. Caption. Some men aren't lost. They're just appropriately deleted. 47K likes in 6 hours. Lilith commented with a skull emoji. C sent me a voice memo that was literally just her cackling. And Rebecca? She and I are cool now. Actually, we're all cool. Me, Lilith, C, and Rebecca. We've got a group chat now. Name. Ghosted, but glorious. We meet once a month. Drink wine, share receipts. We even started writing a book. No, seriously, like a real book. All our stories turned into one delicious, petty little revenge novel. When we pitched it, the editor was like, "This feels unrealistic." So we sent her the receipts. Now she wants to sell the movie rights. And Jake? Last I heard, he's at some silent yoga retreat in Arizona where they're not allowed to talk for a week. I hope the first rock he meditates with says, Unfollowed. As for me, I posted a new video yesterday. Title: You can't cancel a woman who built her own platform. 4 million views and counting. Top comment? Wait, who's Jake? Exactly. Mission accomplished. Revenge isn't loud. It's not fire and flames. It's quiet, calculated, and a little bit fabulous. And me? I don't just do revenge, I design